Hello and welcome back. What is up, Echo Master League? You know, we just got off a big game that we just had. It was between Nocturne and Surge. Surge won that 2-1. Nocturne gave a valiant effort, but Surge ended up on top. Now, for tonight, we've got a pretty good master game here for y'all. We've got 11.5 versus Wildcard. And then at 11 o'clock, we have Big Silly Monkeys versus Skyline. Now for this game is very, consequential. Both teams, fourth and fifth, respectively, 11.5 and wild card. Neck and neck. I think it's only a 3 point. No, actually, it's a 4 point MMR gap. So very, very close matchup here. If it's a very lopsided win, one team has the potential of getting a lot of MMR from this. So yeah, Wildcard being the new team here in Master League. Frog was the previous new team. They've risen all the way to second now. And 11.5 always there in Master, never at the top, but never at the bottom. So definitely a matchup to get excited for here. This could be the push for that number 2 slot or that number 1 slot if they can, take down some other teams after this. But, very excited for this game. These are teams that we are very familiar with. Less so with Wildcard for me personally, but, very, very familiar with these teams.
Yeah, I actually had to play pubs with Seno yesterday. I played a pub or two with him. He seemed really excited about trying to get us to cast for him these next couple of games that Wildcard has, because they feel like they have a lot to prove being the new team in Master. But again, we have 11.5 here with us. The good old faithful 11.5. We love and know. And it looks like we have the starting roster from 11.5. You love him. You all know him. He's Sweet's favorite player to yell the name out of. We have John Fortnite here. But I'm very excited. I've talked to people on both sides of the on both teams. I like all the people. They're really nice people, but they're just ready to see which team's the better one tonight.
Yeah, no, a little bit. Sorry guys for like the logo and the name confusion. Trod's definitely on it. He'll fix that in a moment. But on the orange team, we have 11.5. They've got Fields, Footley, John Fortnite 609, Cole, and then a wild card. We've got Sino, Hunavelli, Fletcherus, and Ryruff. All very, very good players. So I'm very excited for this one personally. What we've seen kind of from 11.5, their demons kind of have haunted them, especially in those matchups against Frog. They got to watch their bubble offense and, defense in general. I haven't seen much of this wildcard team, but, 11.5, their biggest strength is scoring in those transitions, as we very, very well know, Goose.
Yeah, we've casted almost every 11.5 game in existence, and every time it's been transition score after transition score here from 11.5. Very dominant on transitions, but we'll see if they can continue that tonight, or if Wildcard's got something up their sleeve. Because like a wild card, whenever you're at the casino, you never know. And we really don't know, because these two teams, I believe, haven't played each other before. So it will be the first time we actually see these teams go head to head here in Master. But I'm ready. I'm very excited for both of these teams. It looks like everybody's here. We're just waiting on everyone to ready up now. Once they're ready, we're just gonna be here to talk about it.
Yeah, no, very, very excited for this one. I mean, I'm expecting a good game here. Shouldn't be too lopsided in any other team's favor, but yeah, very excited for both teams. So yeah, just ready to go. Can't go wrong with some good Master League Echo Arena here at 10:30. And it looks like Sino has accidentally switched teams, or maybe is discussing something with 11.5. Nope. Gonna switch back actually. All right. We're gonna be headed for a neutral joust here in around 15 seconds. Oh, Sweet Life wants a Goose. Oh, and that's an aggressive no.
I'm not doing that.
Saw that nod from a mile away. All right, we're headed for the neutral joust here. Both teams are out. It's going to be one here by John Fortnite. And Cole's immediately there. Tries to go for 3 off the ding ring. Cole tries to grab it back. It's going to float around a little bit here. Going to bounce off some geometry. That fast stack from Fletcherus and Sinnoh able to grab it. Sinnoh going to go for a dribble here. It's going to be Fletcherus with the disc. Goes for a long 3 off the ding ring. Oh, and it almost goes in. But John Fortnite's able to be there. And what a crazy start to this round so far, or game. And John Fortnite has the open 3. Oh, off target. Feels ends up grabbing it. Feels taken though by Fletcherus. Fletcherus is going to send it all the way across the other way, picked up by Foley. Foley, no, I need some like break here. Like, it's been crazy. Cole here was on double diamond. Now going to move a little bit towards the left. They're going to pass the one up to John Fortnite. John Fortnite getting around Fletcherus. Good bounce pass there to Fields, but taken by Sinnoh. Sinnoh is going to toss that one down the right tunnel. It's going to bounce off some geometry here, picked up by Ryruff, and Ryruff has the open 3 to open it for Wildcard. Great stuff here.
And it seems like we have 2 similar playstyles going head to head here. 2 teams that look like they both will be benefiting off of these transition goals here. Both super fast teams. I'm ready for some chaos. This is the energy we need from both sides to get the offensive joust here from 11.5. We'll have John Fortnite with disc first. Gonna throw it down that left tunnel all the way down to Footley. Not quite gonna connect into the hands of Ryruff. Ryruff gonna clear that one right down into the hands of Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking for the pass here to Fletcherus. Fletcherus going to sneak his way back out of bubble. Maybe start to work his way up that wall. And a nice little reset there to Ryruff. Not really going to connect, though. And maybe that stack's going to come and get him. But it's going to be thrown off successfully to Fletcherus. Fletcherus now going to juke around floor. Up to Foot. I think that was Sinnoh. But Hunavelli trying to get it. But another missed shot. Just being denied here by this defense from 11.5. Able to get that clear out. Here comes the stacks now. It's going to be Sinnoh with disc. And it looks like Footley was able to get both of... No, that was Fields that was able to get both stuns off. Cole with disc now. Looking for a pass to Fields. And Fields for the 2.
I mean, this is like crazy so far. Great gameplay from both teams, you know. Can't really say that one team has the advantage over the other just yet. Obviously, Wildcard with the 1-point lead. And I just want to say, Hunavelli, that is a great name. I can't lie, it just rolls off the tongue. But anyways, I digress. Wildcard here with an offensive joust. It's going to be Sinnoh at the QB position. Over to Fletcherus, up to Ryruff. Going to bounce off geometry there. Picked up by Fully on Bowtie. Going to bounce around in that right tunnel. Picked up by Fletcherus here. Going to bounce off Sinnoh's head. And it's going to end up in the hands of Hunavelli here with the disc. Hunavelli going to take his time. Just going to dance around here. Kind of swinging the disc back and forth. Pressured by John Fortnite. Going to cross it over to Ryruff. Ryruff looking for the cut pass. Gets it over to Fletcherus, but a good save by Cole. And Cole is going to clear that one out. Hunavelli is going to go for it and is going to grab it. Hunavelli going to try to look second chance here for a wild card for some offensive points here. It's going to be Sinnoh with the disc. Good save again by Cole. Cole is going to clear that one out exactly to the same spot. We'll see if 11.5 is able to clear this one out, and looks like they will be able to by John Fortnite, and the stacks are coming out, picked up. Oh, I thought Footley was going to pick it up, and I think he will. Footley's going to send that one mid, intended for Cole, but John Fortnite picks it up. John Fortnite going to send it back across to Footley. Footley now looking down for Fields. Fields driving in, and gets the 2 over 3 wildcard defenders.
Wild stuff here coming in from both teams, being very quick, very aggressive on both sides, especially from 11.5 here in this little offensive run they just had. Very aggressive, and the amount of shots on goal already are immense from both teams. We'll have Wildcard come out for an offensive joust. It'd be Hunavelli sending that one down that right tunnel there, bouncing it down to Fletcherus. Fletcherus reset to Sinnoh, able to get that disc off just before getting stunned out. Hunavelli down to Ryruff. Ryruff in bubble now. Looking for the pass, maybe up to Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking for the top pocket, not quite able to connect it. It'll be picked up by Sinnoh, slapping that one, but picked up quickly by Footley. And here comes this stack race we've been anticipating. And they're not quite going to get that score there, but it will be picked up by Cole. Cole to Footley, and a save by Sinnoh. Not quite able to clear that one out. It'll be headbutted out, actually, through that tunnel. And it looks like that stack will get there. Fletcherus looking for the shot, going to bounce off that #1 defender's shield and get stuck in tunnel again. It'll be Ryruff trying to get disc. Gets stunned out, though, by Fields. Footley, and it gets snatched by Ryruff. Snatched by Footley. Back to Fields. Fields working towards bubble now, looking for the shot. Almost hitting that bottom pocket off the ding ring. Fletcher is sending that disc down right tunnel. It's going to go past both the players, and it'll be Sinnoh looking for that shot, not quite getting it. Cole able to clear this one out right tunnel, and it will bounce down to that boot. And it looks like that might be good, and that is a full court from Cole.
Oh my gosh. Yo, this game has been absolutely insane, and it's only just started. I mean, this is crazy. This is why you watch Echo Arena, folks. I mean, how could it get any better than this? This has been some of the most hype moments that I think we've ever had. So we'll see what Wildcard can do here with their offensive joust. Love the aggression from both teams. Just doing things because they want to do it. It's going to be Sinnoh here at the QB position. Going to pass it over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli actually going to slow this one down here on this left wall. Just going to take their time here. Just going to move up towards that left tunnel. Sees that front stack by John 49 Footley. And Fletcher's gets stunned out, I think, by John. And it's going to be picked up here, though, by Ryruff. Ryruff going to reset this one all the way back to Fletcher's on Bowtie. Going to reset it actually all the way back to Hunavelli. Hunavelli now on Bowtie. Kind of scanning the situation, figuring out what kind of play Wildcard wants to go with. It's going to be over to Sinnoh. Sinnoh looking for the cut pass. Presumably, no. Going to try to drive it himself. Grabbed by John Fortnite, who's going to try to clear that one out. Fast stacks will be coming out. It's going to be picked up by Fully. Fully trying to send it back down. Ends up in the hands of Ryruff. Ryruff now on that left side. Just trying to push in. Crossing it over to Hunavelli. Great save there by Cole. Cole with around three great saves here. Fast stacks coming out. Head butted forward. It's going to be picked up here by John Fortnite. John Fortnite now driving in. Presumably, no, takes it himself. And it's a 6-point lead here for 11.5 with around 3 minutes to go. And this game has been absolutely crazy.
At the pace that we're going on both sides with these teams right now, anything could still happen with 3 minutes left. Both two very quick teams. But hoping to see more execution here from Wildcard. It'll be Sinnoh sending that one straight down to that left tunnel to the hands of Fletcherus. Fletcherus to Ryruff. Ryruff to Hunavelli. Gonna try and float that one in. Nope, just gonna look for maybe a reset here. I'm going to slow things down a little bit. Hunavelli sending that one up to Fletcherus. Fletcherus to Sinnoh for the dunk 2.
Great stuff from there. Overloaded the bubble there with wildcard players. And, 11.5, they were all kind of stuck in and around that net in the wrong position. So great stuff from this wildcard team. Still a 4-point deficit, though. Still a lot of time to bring back that deficit. It's going to be John Fortnite at the QB position. Don't usually see him at the QB position, but it's going to be over to Cole. Cole going to pass that one down to Foley. Foley going to cross it. Ooh, intended for Fields. It's going to bounce off some geometry there. Picked up by Hunavelli. Hunavelli, it's going to bounce off that diamond there. And Fast Axe coming out. Ooh, almost grabbed there. That could have been bad for 11.5 if Sinnoh grabbed that, but it's going to end up in the hands of John Fortnite. John Fortnite going to dodge around Sinnoh there. Resets it back to Cole. Cole now gonna go for a dribble attempt here with John Fortnite. Ends up in the hands of Footley on Bowtie. Footley gonna pass someone over to Fields, over to Cole. Cole stunned out though by Ryruff. Ryruff is gonna clear that one down to Sinnoh, and Sinnoh has a presumably open 3, a little bit of a shank there, and Cole is able to recover this for 11.5. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Cole tries to pass it forward, but was stunned out while throwing. Ends up in the hands of John Fortnite. Over to Fields. All the way across to Footley. Footley now with the disc. Going to pass the one up to Cole. Cole driving in. Tries to go for the shot. A little bit late of a release there. Ends up wide left. John Fortnite ends up picking it up. Over to Footley. Footley driving in and gets the 2 with around 1 minute to go. Just great stuff from both teams.
It's just 11.5, just able to execute here more in the bubble, able to get those saves off, getting it cleared downfield, and able to execute just better than Wildcard is right now. But Wildcard will come out for another offensive joust here. It's going to be picked up by Sinnoh to Hunavelli. Hunavelli going to cross that one down to Fletcherus, up to Ryruff in bubble now. Ryruff going to maybe go for the bounce 3 and gets the bounce 3.
I mean, this game has been absolutely insane. The fast pace of both teams just makes for great Echo Arena to watch. Super aggressive, just, pedal to the metal, and, that's just what you want to see. And 11.5 is going to have to be really careful here. Around 10 seconds remaining, probably doing the smart thing and yeah, just keeping possession here. It's gonna be Fields surrounded by wildcard players. Gonna pass someone over to John Fortnite. John Fortnite just gonna send that one down. And that is round one for you guys. And it's been an absolutely fantastic round one. Very, very close. Very limited mistakes. But, the mistakes that have been made have really impacted the game. But, it definitely, there wasn't a lot of mistakes, but, you know what I mean.
Yeah, and it seems like this game's really going to come down to execution with 11 points put up by 11.5 and 8 for wild cards so far. Hi, Kroger's. I see you in chat there, but let me read out some stats for you. You got Fields with 4 points. You got Footley with 2, John Fortnite with 2, Cole with 3, 2 for Sinnoh, and 6 for Ryruff. Both teams looking great right now with possession time super even. Just more shots taken from wildcard, but it seems like 11.5's just been able to execute on these shots a lot better, getting more points in. Even though they do have less shots taken on goal, we have 24 shots on goal taken within the first round. Just an excellent back and forth here between both of these teams, and Cole looking amazing in goal right now.
Yeah, no, just very, very good stuff from both teams. And I agree with Sweet Life's analysis there in chat. Wildcard is doing a really good job of getting fast to bubble, but they're just not overloading 11.5 in the bubble as much as they probably should. Although they were starting to fix it later into that round one. All right, we're gonna be headed for a neutral joust here, and I think we got to shout out Cole here because Cole has been absolutely a demon on that goalie position. I think stopping around 4 shots from those wildcard players, and it's a quick win here for 11.5 in terms of the neutral joust. Cole kind of throws that in a weird direction, but it ends up in the hands of John Fortnite and fully able to drive in for a very, very quick score here for 11.5.
Looks like 11.5 is coming in quick here, trying to set the tone in this second round, getting those first 2 points in, hoping to keep that momentum that they had going from last round and keep up and hopefully try and end this before it gets ugly in round 3. But it'll be Sinnoh sending this one over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli's throwing all the way down to Fletcherus, to Ryruff. This style has worked really well for them. Sending it to that right tunnel, then down to that left route. This has worked out super well so far for wildcard. It'll be Hunavelli to Fletcherus, to Ryruff, and Ryruff for the 2.
Equalizes things here. Really good. Just offensive ability there from wildcard. That's what we want to see out of them, And it was a good try for 11.5 on defense, but, they got overloaded. All right, it's going to be an offensive joust here for 11.5. It's going to be John Fortnite at the QB position. Going to pass the one over. Oh, it's actually going to bounce a lot here in that right tunnel area. Picked up by Fletcherus. Fletcherus, bounces off Trench there, but works as a self-pass. Going to cross that one over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking down for Ryruff. Ryruff passing in mid to Fletcherus for a nice shot there over, I think, 2 11.5 defenders to give them the lead.
Yeah, that was a very costly whiff there by John so far. It's the only mistake I've really seen by John so far in this second round. And very unfortunate bounce there, but they will get to try again here with another offensive joust. It'll be picked up by John again, but going down to Cole this time. Cole back to Trap. Gonna reset that one back to John Fortnite. Gonna look for start to work things up here. Gets approached by that stack, but able to get it into the hands of Footley. Footley to Fields, and it gets saved by Ryruff. And it gets cleared right down that center area. Looks like we have a race here for disc, but it'll be picked up here by Cole. Cole able to get away with that one. Sends it to that left tunnel over to John Fortnite. And John Fortnite passes that one to Cole.
Wow.
And Cole for 3.
Great sequence there. Like, Cole passed it to John, and then Cole gets on the regrabs, and then John passes it straight back to Cole, and then Cole slaps it in. I mean, just textbook right there. Wildcard with an offensive joust here. I love the speed from both teams. This is really fun to watch. It's going to be Sinnoh at the QB position. Going to pass the one up to Fletcherus. And look at the speed. They're already getting it downfield. It's going to be Fletcherus with the disc here off the pass from Ryruff. Fletcherus actually going to elect to slow this one down, looking for an opportunity. Going to cross it over to Sinnoh. Going to cross it back to Fletcherus. Fletcherus going to cross it all the way back to Sinnoh. Sinnoh now just taking their time. Just going to analyze the situation. Oh, Fletcher is having a little bit of tracking issues there. Cole is going to clear this one out, and we'll see who gets to it first. Big scrum for it, and it looks like Sinnoh is going to try to pass someone back. Ends up in the hands of Cole. Cole going to clear this one out. Nope, ends up in the hands of Sinnoh. Sinnoh going to pass the one to Ryruff, and Ryruff has the open 3, but ends up Missing it a little bit high there. Ends up in the hands of Fields. Fields is going to send this one down. Picked up by Hunavelli. Hunavelli and Ryruff going to go for a dribble here. And it's going to be Hunavelli passing that one down. Oh, Fields gets taken by Ryruff, but good save by Cole there. Cole going to bounce that one off the ceiling over to John Fortnite. John Fortnite going to pass that one up to Fields. Fields trying to cross it over to Footley, but Ryruff and Hunavelli are there. It's going to end up in the hands of Sinnoh, who's going to reset it to Fletcherus. Just a lot of names I have to say here. Ryruff now with the disc. Just going to slow this one down. Pressured by John Fortnite. Going to pass it up to Fletcherus. Fletcherus now with the disc. Going to cross it over to Ryruff. Ryruff taking space here and pushing up. I need some water. Crossing it back over to Fletcherus. Fletcherus probably going to cross it back over. Yep, and indeed does. Over to Ryruff. Ryruff now pushing in. Going to pass the one over to Fletcherus. And what a play there. A beautiful cut pass. And that's 2 for this wildcard team, giving them the lead.
Yeah, things are looking a little bit closer here in this second round than they have in the first so far. Just good, finally getting that execution that they need in on the side of wildcard, able to get those points that they need. And we have a 5-6 score here. We're just getting to the halfway point as John Fortnite sends that one to Cole. Gets stunned out by Hunavelli. Hunavelli gonna start working up. Gonna cross that one over to Sinnoh. Gonna cross over to Fletcherus. Fletcherus to Ryruff. And Ryruff going for the slam, but doesn't quite get it. But a self-goal by Cole for 2.
That's unfortunate right there. I think Cole kind of blind cleared it behind him, and it just floats in for the self-goal. Very unfortunate. Still a one-possession game here for 11.5. Very good offense here from Wildcard. I love what I'm seeing from them. They're able to overload that bubble, overwhelm this 11.5 defense. A little bit of a slow launch there from 11.5. It's going to be John Fortnite at the QB position. Going to pass that one over to Cole. Cole sending it all the way forward to Footley. Footley crossing it down to intended for Fields. Ends up missing the pass, but Fletcherus gets stunned out by both John and Fields. John stunned out by Sinnoh there. Ends up in the hands of Fletcherus. Cole trying to get back here. And Cole will overshoot slightly. It's going to be a floating disc here for a little bit. Ryruff now. It's kind of a 4v1 for now. 3v2. And Sinnoh gets the dunk to give Wildcard a 5-point lead.
And looks like Wildcard's starting to get that momentum that we saw them have against 18. I think it was like a week or two ago when they were having their momentum against 18. That was a beautiful game to watch, but we're going to see if they can keep this momentum going, but we will have Footley come out to grab disc instead this time. Footley crosses over to John Fortnite. John Fortnite looking for a pass. You're going to get it through that tunnel. Doesn't quite get to where it's supposed to, but it will work out in the end. It gets to Cole, never mind. Gets stunned out by that stack, and it's in the hands of Hunavelli. Sending it down that right tunnel, bouncing a little oddly there. It'll be Footley to Cole. Gonna bounce off that pesky nugget once again. And Cole looking for the open 3. Not quite gonna hit that, though. Be picked up here by Sinnoh. Sinnoh looking for just a clear here. To be picked up by Cole. Cole able to intercept that one. Gets stunned out by Fletcherus, and we have a battle here for disc. We have a race, and it will be picked up here by Sinnoh. And it goes to Ryruff, looking for a shot potentially, maybe just a pass, but gets denied by Fields. It'll be picked up here, and it looks like we have a loose disc and a battle for it yet again, but Fields will get away with it this time, able to get it cleared out. Be picked up by Cole here on station. Cole gonna throw it up and hope it gets to the hand of John Fortnite, and it will. John Fortnite to Cole, and it gets picked off by Hunavelli with a snatch right there. Gonna clear it right down into that center trench, into the hands of Ryruff, and Ryruff with the 3.
Crazy sequence there. You know, great recoveries from 11.5, but, you know, Wildcard just having that stamina and having those people downfield able to respond, you know, for that 3 right there. And nobody back on for 11.5 there. And that's going to be a commanding 8-point lead here for 11, or I should say Wildcard. I mean, fully at the QB position. Gets stunned out by Hunavelli. It's going to float it to Fields. Fields kind of backhands that over to Cole. Cole just sending that one forward. Sinnoh and Fletcherus are there back, and they're having a little bit of a fighting contest there between teammates. But it ends up in the hand. Oh, I thought Cole was going to grab it there. But, and Footley grabs it? Yes, Footley grabs it. And it's going to send that one back to John Fortnite. Very interesting sequence there. I'm not really sure what happened. It's going to be up to Cole. Cole under heavy pressure from Fletcherus. Tries to go for the shot off the ding ring. And it's going to be picked up here by Fields. And it's going to be headbutted. Something happened. sent it really fast. It's gonna be Sinnoh here with the disc. Gonna send that one. Try to send that one down. Picked off by John Fortnite. John Fortnite gonna send that one over to Fields. Fields down, intended for Cole. Gonna be picked up by Ryruff, and regrabs are coming out. It's gonna float around here, and Fletcherus with the open three, giving Wildcard a 9 or 11 point lead, I should say. Sorry.
I'd like just it seems like the issues have swapped to this round. It seems like the it's now 11.5 that's struggling to finish in bubble now. But these transition points have been coming really well in the favor of Wildcard in this round. It'll be Footley here with disc, looking for a pass, gonna try to avoid Hunnebelly, and will. Gets it off to Cole. Cole gonna cross that one to Fields. Fields gonna work into that bubble, and Fields will take it for the 2.
Yeah, no, those 1v1s are really hard off the goalie there. It's almost like a penalty shot. Yeah, just that brings back the momentum there for 11.5 a little bit, but you know, the dominant force in this round has been this wildcard team. They've played fast, you know, they've played precise, and you know, just able to stack that bubble before 11.5 is even able to respond. But a good interception here by Cole. Cole is going to send this one down to Footley, and Footley is going to bounce that one off the shield. Fields ends up picking it up. Fields with the good block there. Oh, no, gets stunned out by Ryruff. Ryruff going to send it over to Fletcherus. Fletcherus gets stunned out by Fields. Fields now trying to dodge those wildcard players. Sends it back to Cole. Cole up to Footley. Winding down here. John Fortnite with the disc now. Trying to force that one in. Ends up off the ding ring. It's going to be picked up here by Ryruff, who's going to clear that one out. And presumably, that's going to be the end of round 2. So we'll be headed for a round 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. As a caster, you always love to see this.
Especially with two teams like this that are super back and forth with very similar playstyles. This last round really is just going to, just like the last game, it's going to come down to execution. But it depends, though. Who's going to outdo each other this round? It looks like somebody will be taking a timeout.
Yeah,
Not
I think
sure.
it was 11.5 who took the timeout there. Very smart. I like the trend of a lot of teams right now taking these kind of mid-round timeouts, or not mid-round timeouts, inter-round timeouts, I should say, and just resetting themselves mentally and, you know, figuring out a lot of plays. I know Frug uses them a lot, and some other teams also. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a 5-minute timeout. You might as well use it, whether it be simply to get a player back on that may have disconnected, or if if you just need the change of pace, you have to use some ice. You got to use a bit of icing to slow the other team's momentum down, get back up into what you need in order to win. But it seems like 11.5 will actually take this timeout, and it seems like they might come up with a bit of a change in plans here. Try and look for something maybe a bit more controlled, maybe try to slow things down. But I'd like to see both teams keep it going to 100 like they have the past couple of rounds.
Yeah, no, very, very well played here so far from this wildcard team. And 11 points here for Ryruff, the only person in the lobby right now with double-digit points. So very much an impact player, as well as 4 assists. So yeah, just crazy stuff. Involved in almost every single play on their team except one. So Ryruff being the very much impact player here on Wildcard. We'll see what 11.5 tries to do to stop him. On the other side, we have Fields with 6 points, Footley with 4, John Fortnite with 2, and Cole with 6. So it looks like 11.5's kind of contributions are more spread out. But for Wildcard, they're definitely concentrated in and around Ryruff, who is their impact player right now.
Yeah, I'd say the only thing you've missed so far is a great game, Zuko. If you really want to, you can 1v4 the winning team. I know you want to. You always do. It's always an option. But yeah, we had a round 1 go to 11.5, 11 to 8 in that first round. Just able to run away with it, and then Wildcard absolutely dominant here in the second round, 16 to 7. But that gives us a round 3. So stick around and see what happens. And then we also have another game after this as well, which I believe will be Big Silly Monkeys versus Skyline. They're waiting on this game to finish up right now because we're a little past due time for them.
Yeah, it looks like we've got our weekly Ren watch party incoming. So, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I feel like in that round two, I also felt that the impact player right now for 11.5 in round one, or who was the impact player in round one for 11.5, being Cole with those huge saves, I feel like he wasn't as present in that round two. I felt like Wildcard was doing a really good job of just overwhelming Cole in bubble and therefore just, not allowing him to make those saves as he was under constant, stun pressure and he was downfield a lot. So yeah, I wonder what changes 11.5 will make here heading into the round three.
Yeah, just I'm hoping to see some changes here from 11.5. Not able to execute as much this round as they were in the first one. But if they're able to execute the way they need to in this round three, they might just come away with the win. Either way, we're hoping for a really close round three. And did I hear somebody whisper in my ear a chance for overtime? Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Someone may just run away with it after all, but we'll see.
I just saw
And
that Kroger's, and that's tragic. Nah, there will be an OT LWC. All right, Goose, you can take it away. Sorry for interrupting you.
I think
Just had to do the
I
UFC
think
thing real quick.
I don't think Lowe's is very happy about the idea of no OT right now. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched UFC in a minute. Is there any like people I need to be on the lookout for right now in UFC? Or I just need to know, who do I need to like watch right now in UFC? It's been a while since the last time I watched.
Yeah,
Ilya?
Ilya tip.
I figured.
Ilya's
I
always
figured.
good.
I've
And then
heard
in
nothing but
heavyweight,
good things about him.
once Aspinall comes back, I know he got poked in the eye.
Oh, Ilya and Yuri are fighting. I'm ready for that one.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna
I'm
watch
ready to
that.
watch Yuri again. I love Yuri. He's such a fun fighter to watch. But looks like it's time. And you know what? We're here and we are ready for round three. Will 11.5 come away with the win, or will it be wild card as they come to this neutral joust? It'll be Fletcher's here with this. Throws it down trench. It'll be taken away there by Footley. Sent through that right tunnel. It'll be Cole with that pickup and that three
Wow.
to open up the round.
Yeah, no, just a great start here from 11.5. Able to recover off that lost neutral joust, but wild card, they're a scary, scary team. I know that they're going to get that disc down immediately into that 11.5 bubble off this neutral joust, which we will definitely see right now. Sinnoh going to pass the one over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli already taking tons of space here. 11.5 electing to defend more within the bubble this time. Hunavelli now taking some pressure from John Fortnite. Going to cross that one mid to Sinnoh. 11.5 trying to do some man coverage here. Going to pass the one over to Ryroff. And, it's hard to do man coverage because you'll always have one guy extra because there's always a goalie. And that extra guy was Ryroff.
Ryroff's been just amazing this entire game. 13 points, 4 assists, and a save for Ryroff. Ryroff just being where he needs to and getting those points. We'll have 11.5 come for this, but nobody will be able to grab it, and it will be Hunavelli with the 3. Seems like mistakes like this may be what cost the game for 11.5, but they need to respond here. We need to see something from 11.5 here as they prepare for another offensive joust. Maybe somebody will grab it this time. Let's hope somebody does, because I don't want a quick round 3. And it will be John Fortnite with this, sending that one over to Cole, but gonna reset back to John Fortnite. John Fortnite with Cole looking for some dribbles. Cole's going to bounce off of geometry, unfortunately. Be picked up here by Ryruff. Ryruff sending that one all the way down left tunnel, all the way out into the side of 11.5. It'll be Fields, however, there to grab that one. Throws it down that left tunnel. Picked up by Fletcherus now. Fletcherus to Sinnoh. Sinnoh going to start working up to that single diamond there. Looks for the pass over to Hunavelli, and Hunavelli for the 2.
Oh, and Wildcard just totally flipped the script here. 7 points in, I think, less than around a minute. So just great stuff here from Wildcard. And, 11.5, they're definitely on the ropes right now. Down 4, they tend to lose a lot of stamina after that first round. Usually they win the first round and then they kind of lose stamina heading into the second and third round. So they're going to need to survive this one. It's going to be John Fournette with the disc. Going to pass the one up to Fields. Fields now with the disc. Going to take up a lot of space here, actually. Ooh, good stun by Footley there on Fletcherus. And Ryruff allows the 2 from Fields there.
Just a nice little walk there from Fields, able to get his way all the way down from that cloud all the way into bubble and just able to walk it in for the 2 there. But we will see a offensive joust come out here for wild card. It'll be Sinnoh sending that one to left tunnel over to Fletcherus. Fletcherus looking for maybe a cross pass here, maybe a reset or some forward progress. And we'll go for that cross pass over to Hunavelli. Reset to Sinnoh to Fletcherus. Fletcherus with disc again, going to start working his way down that valley. Maybe up the table, back down to valley. Sends it to the pyramid over to Sinnoh. Going to cross that one back to Fletcherus. Fletcher's going to start working his way up. Going to cross it back over to Sinnoh. Sinnoh to Fletcherus. And snagged away by Footley. And Fields able to try and get that one cleared out of the bubble. It's going to get stuck in that mid area. And John Fortnite with the slap. And it seems like we may have a race for disc here. And it will be 11.5 with the equalizer from Fields.
And suddenly, it's all tied up. Wow. Great stuff from 11.5. Able to keep their composure after those really, really big mistakes there. Never want to miss an offensive joust like that. And usually you don't see that out of a master team. But it'll be wildcard here with an offensive joust of their own. They just need to play a little bit more careful here. Not allow those loss of possessions as they did the last time. It's going to be Sinnoh here on Bowtie. Going to pass that one over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli going to cross that one down to Ryruff. Ryruff here. Going to cross that one all the way to Hunavelli. No, Fletcherus, actually. Fletcherus over to Hunavelli. And Hunavelli drives in for the 2. Those 1v1 situations really, really bad for the goalie there.
Yeah, just response after response here from both teams, keeping it very interesting. Only a 1-score game here, 7-9. And we will have 11.5 with the offensive joust advantage here. Maybe we'll see another response here from 11.5. It'll be John Fortnite trying to get that one to Fields, but will get taken away by Sinnoh. Snatched up by John Fortnite. Not allowing for easy score. Taken by Hunavelli, and Hunavelli for the slam too.
Big, big mistakes here out of 11.5. Can't allow that to happen. You know, midway through this round, 11.5 is really going to have to figure out what they can do, you know, to maybe bring back some of their composure, because they're feeling really panicky right now. And, you know, you can see that off their offensive joust. Flow out of the tunnels there. It's going to be Fields here with the disc. Going to start to push up slowly. Don't know if he sees Sinnoh. He does see Sinnoh. It's going to be back to Cole. Cole back to Fields. Fields now pushing up on this left side. Gonna cross it over to John Fortnite. John Fortnite here, pressured by Fletcherus, over to Footley. And that was a really well-executed play. You know, especially in that bubble region. We don't see that very often out of 11.5, I must say.
Yeah. Let's take a moment of silence real quick while we wait for this offensive joust here. Thank you. Anyways, sorry, I kind of noticed the score. I was like, oh, this is an opportunity for something funny. But it'll be Sinnoh with disc here on that left station. Going to pass it up to Fletcherus. Fletcherus down to Ryruff. Going to reset that one back to Hunavelli. Going to go back to Sinnoh. Full reset here. Going to clear that one up to Fletcherus. Fletcherus going to start working towards bubble here. Maybe looking to put some more points on the board. Fletcherus not quite going to connect that one there. It seems like Ryruff able to stun out that stack, trying to slow down the progress of 11.5. And here comes the stacks. And it will be one here by, and we have a floating disc, one here by John Fortnite. John Fortnite on post. John Fortnite bouncing around, loses control of disc. It will be picked up here and snagged away, but it looks like Ryruff's going to get that one, but gets stunned out and sends it backwards. Picked up by Footley. Footley going to reset this one all the way back to Fields, coming off that double diamond. Goes up to Cole. And it's going to be denied there by Hunavelli with a save, or that might have been Sinnoh, one of the two. John Fortnite with this gets stunned out by Fletcherus, picked up by Sinnoh. Sinnoh to Fletcherus. Fletcherus looking for the open goal, doesn't quite hit it. Going to bounce off that that nest there. It's picked up by John Fortnite, thrown down that left tunnel, able to clear it all the way down. We have a stack race, and Fletcherus will win it, but gets stunned out. And it looks like Hunavelli had it, but gets stunned out as well. And it'll be John Fortnite with disc again. Gets stunned out and denied by Sinnoh. And the stack from Wildcard and Ryruff looking for the shot, but sees that stack coming in. And it looks like Ryruff is going to invert here, actually. And maybe just look for a little crossover to Hunavelli. And Hunavelli going to get stunned out by Footly. A denial there yet again. Going to bounce off that center area into the hands of Footly. Footly to John Fortnite. And John Fortnite looking for the shot. Not quite going to connect there. Picked up by Sinnoh. Gets taken away by John Fortnite to Fields. And gets denied again by Hunavelli with the snag there. Sinnoh with this. Going to get
oh my gosh,
taken by Cole. Cole sending that one down. Back into bubble. And Fletcher's luckily able to get away with that one up to Ryruff. Sending it down that right tunnel into the hands of Hunavelli. And it looks like Hunavelli might have that shot. But nope. Just bouncing off the upper part of that backboard. And it goes into the hands of Ryruff to Sinnoh. Sinnoh going to reset all the way back to get some better positioning here, maybe. And it looks like we are coming down to the last minute and a half here with Fletcher with the disc in hand. Going to send that one down to Sinnoh. Sinnoh going to start to work up and gets that bottom bounce shot for 2.
Wow. You know, time is ticking down here for 11.5. 4-point lead here for Wildcard. Definitely still possible, but they have to be moving and they have to limit the mistakes that they have been committing. Somewhat of a close round 3, you know. So far, it's gonna be Fully here at the QB position, gonna send that one down in the direction of Fields. Ends up in the hands of Cole though, with a quick shot, and you know, around 50 seconds are gonna be left on this clock. So we'll see what happens here.
And this may be the final offensive joust here for the round, and it will be in the hands of Wildcard here. And out the gate they come, trying to close out here in the last 30 seconds. Going to send this one up to Fletcher. It's just going to try and slow things down here. John Fortnite going to throw that one over to Sinnoh. Bounces a little funny there. It looks like Hunavelli is able to slap that one, but picked up by Footly. Footly going to try and cross that one. Doesn't quite connect, though. It'll be picked up by Cole. Loses control of disc. Gets grabbed up and slapped out of that bubble. It will be Footly. Gets stunned out, and the disc is just flung out. And will be picked up by Hunavelli. Throwing it down that right tunnel. Gets denied there, but Fields going to lose tracking. Unfortunate there. And the clear out here by Wildcard. And it looks like that will be it for this game.
Wow. And Wildcard takes it in an absolute thriller here. And, you know, 11.5, they really tried. But, you know, Wildcard got the better of them today. The speed and the precision from Wildcard really won them the game. They were able to get into bubble so fast today, and that really was what killed 11.5 here.
Yeah, that was an amazing game on both ends there. But 11.5 not able to finish out, and that's both games tonight have come down to the last like 30 seconds or final second of the game. Both games have been fantastic tonight. Stay tuned. We do have one more. We're getting it set up for you right now, and we have one more game for you tonight between Big Silly Monkeys and Skyline. But that'll be it for the 11.5 wildcard game. And we will be back with you here in a couple of minutes while we get set up.
See you guys.